What's up, good people, and welcome to the latest edition of Terrible Towel Tuesday. Of course, it's not Tuesday, but you guys know why we're late this week. Had Christmas, but give me just a moment, guys. I'm going to let some of you guys get up in here. I'm going to share this link out really quick with a few people, and then we'll get to going, okay? We'll get going after that. And we'll get it cracking. So how's everybody doing, man? How was everybody's Christmas? For you guys who celebrate Christmas, I hope you guys had a great, wonderful time. For you guys with kids, I hope your kids enjoyed it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So again, give me just a moment, man. I'm going to share this link out to my brother Tony, my father-in-law Leonard, and my cousin Floyd. You guys know those are normally the normal three. We'll get it cracking. And I'm going to cut Skype on really quick. And if I take phone calls tonight, guys, I promise it will be extremely quick. Again, we got to get back to the condensed show, if you will. So give me just a moment here. We'll do a quick roll call, and then we will be in, my friend. All right, so let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. All right, so let's do a quick roll call, man, and we'll go ahead and get her cracking. And make sure you guys share out the stream as well, man. Do your boy a favor. Hit that like button. Share out the stream. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we'll talk a little bit, man, about what transpired in the game a little bit more. You guys know I had Tony in here on Sunday for the post-game show, so that was fun. You know, all of us spent Christmas together right around the corner at my father-in-law Leonard's house, his father-in-law as well, and literally, guys, walking distance. We're in the same neighborhood, so that was a great, wonderful time. But give me just a second, man. I just want to make sure some of you guys are up in here. I'll do a quick roll call, and then that will be that. So let's see who we got in here early. All right, shout outs to Nays, More AGWS, Tony Carlson, Jordan Isaiah, Champagne Poppy, FPS Master, what's good? Topic Cat 87. I don't know that translation there, but he knows who it is. He says go Ravens, whatever. Have fun with your Ravens. Who else we got in here? Lee Sharp and Black Hawk, and that's all we got right now, but we about to get it in. And yes, Chris, yes, I'm gonna take a few calls tonight, but definitely we got to stick to the 2-minute time frame tonight. But I see that you sent your message, so I'll definitely get you in a moment. So first and foremost, guys, here's the situation, man. The Steelers got to win. The Ravens got to lose. It's just that simple. It's a shame that it's come down to this. I won't dive that too, much into it right now because I'm going to show the all-22 really, really quick. And then I'll give my quick thoughts as far as their chances of getting into the playoffs and how I feel, how they've gotten themselves in this situation. We'll take a few calls, and then I'll check with the chat, and we'll be out of here. So you guys know the time frame. So let's go to the all-22, man. The first thing we're going to look at. Let me bring it up here for you guys. First play we're going to take a look at is the interception by Sean Davis. Now, the reason why I'm going to highlight this is Sean Davis didn't do that bad in the game. Sean Davis didn't do that great. He took a bad angle on that Kamara, touchdown. We'll look at that play as well. But Sean Davis showed me some signs in this game. He showed me some signs to where, he just might be able to, get into the groove. And if he can get things going the way we want him to get it going, perhaps Sean Davis could be an answer at free safety. Now, is he the greatest? No. And again, excuse me, guys. I'm just, since I'm doing this later and it's on Wednesday, it's a couple people, again, I got to send them, the site to make sure they're in here. But anyway, is he the best free safety? I don't know. I don't think his story is written yet, but I saw some signs out of him in this game. Let's take a look at this play really quick. I'm going to let it roll. All right, let's take a look at this really, really, really quick. So check out Sean Davis on this interception that he got. Love it. All right, I love that. Let's bring it back a little bit. We're gonna throw it here in slow motion so you guys can see exactly what the Steelers defense is doing. You got Joe Hayden down here. You got SimFBall up there. And this is Edmonds that was playing in the slot. And I'm curious to see, I think we have Mike Hilton right here. Or is that Cam Sutton? Excuse me, because there were times when Cam Sutton was in the game. But let's locate Sean Davis. I'm sorry if I, threw some of you guys off. Sean Davis is right here. Pay attention to what he does. Scanning the field. Reading Drew Brees. Tracks the ball. Look at that. That's beautiful footwork right there out of Sean Davis. This is what you want your center fielder to do. Okay, he's going in one direction. He's going to track the ball. Opens up a bit here. Realizes where the ball is. He's going to backpedal and turn to his inside to get to this route right here. Jumps in front of it and makes a outstanding interception. We got to give credit where credit is due. Some of you guys give Sean Davis a rough go at it. Y'all give him a tough time. And again, is he, we could argue whether or not he's the best or not. But this dude has basically played, and been taught 3 positions in 3 years. Maybe free safety is going to be his best bet. Love what he did right there. All right, that was great. Now, let's look at another pivotal point in this game here that really ticked me off. Let's look at the pass interference call on Joe Hayden. Let me find it here. Right here. Let's take a look at this. Horrendous call by the referees. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that's why we lost the game. You guys heard what I had to say Sunday. I'll say a little bit more of it tonight. But that's not why we lost. But look at this. Look at this play. We're going to look at it from this angle first, okay? Boom. Right there. Now, let's slow it down a bit so you can see. Look at all of this. And if you guys that can't see it, look right back here. And I want you to pay attention to right here. Joe Hayden is simply trying to measure himself. He's measuring, kind of feeling where Kamara is and trying to go up and attempt to get the ball just like Kamara is, okay? Now, it's no fault of Kamara's. Of course, he's going to try to get the penalty drawn. I ain't mad at that. I've seen Steelers fans out there trying to curse him out. Like, how is it his fault? You know what I mean? But look at this. Let's look at it again from this angle here. Now, again, watch Joe Hayden here, okay? He's just trying to feel his way. He's not impeding Alvin Kamara at all. He's not impeding Kamara at all. This was a ridiculous call. Look at this. Kamara actually goes up, flails his arms a little bit, but he's not going to make this catch. Kamara had given up on it. How do you call a pass interference right there? Now, some people would say, why was that such a key play? Okay, well, it was a huge play because the play before that, it was 3rd and 3. Okay, we stuffed the run a little bit right there. We got him in a 4th and, look at that, 4th and 2. 4th and 2. And then this happens. 4th and 2. That's the first time we were in 4th and 2. They don't call that. It's a turnover. Perhaps our offense takes the ball over. We get the ball at the 34-yard line of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know if we're going to score there because, again, the offense was a little iffy early in the game, but we started getting it going. But regardless of the fact, you have to take account right here at this moment. If we go back again, and excuse my wife being loud upstairs. She's upstairs on the phone. We're up right there, 3-0, 3-0. That's a pivotal point in the game right there, where it's only 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Anything is possible right there. What if the Steelers get more points? It just puts a little more pressure on the Saints. But what we can say is on that particular drive, they don't get any points because that was 4th and 2. All right, so let's look at some more pivotal situations here. Let's get back to the Saints. I think we're going to start off right in here. We're going to look at quite a few plays here, I think. Let me see. No, this is a run play. Incomplete. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. This was pivotal right here. Look at how that defense played out, man. Whole shot right there. Look what happens here. We're going to blitz right here. We're blitzing Cam Sutton. Why we're blitzing Cam Sutton, I have no idea. When Cam Sutton is really not the guy to do that, it's normally Mike Hilton. So there were a lot of situations, guys, where I didn't like the personnel. Okay? And let me try to get through this, man, because I know I'm being slow. I don't want to go too far past my time. We're going to blitz in the middle, which I'm cool with trying to get pressure in his face. But look at the vacated. Look at this, man. Look, look. You're keeping these guys in a very compromised position. Now, Edmonds does his job, but we're going to need free safety. This is Sean Davis. We need you to squeeze this a little better. This is man defense. We need you to come down, baby. Come down faster. You can't be so afraid that you're going to get beat over the top. I get it, but this is man with blitz coming. You should be able to cheat a little bit in that situation. You got to react to that a little faster. Okay? So let's go to the next play. Where is it? This play right here, pass interference on Burnett. Another, in my opinion, a bad call. Now, it's close, but guys, if we're going to get to the point where these guys can't even be a tad bit early, look at this, man. Look at it in real time. Bang, bang. Where's the interference? Watch Burnett all the way. He doesn't hook him. He doesn't do anything with the free arm. And I remember looking at this in real time, watching the game. Comes over his shoulder just a bit, but I mean, it's bang, bang. All right, so let's look at it from this angle. Another pivotal situation. This was 2nd and 10. We could have had him in a 3rd and 10 right there. Look at this, man. Look. Can y'all see that? Look at this again. Right in here. I mean, he's a fraction early. A fraction. He didn't keep Watson from catching the ball. Look at it again. A fraction early. If they gonna call it that tight, what does a defender have to do? Now let's look at the next egregious play here. This just made me sick right here. Again, there were too many times when Keith Butler seemed to get caught in personnel that wasn't that favorable. I want to show you something, guys. Was it this one? I think it was this one. Let me see. Was it this one? No. This ain't the one. This ain't the one. I got to find it. I got to find the other Kamara touchdown. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second, guys. It was when the Saints were going this way. So it's probably going to be on this drive. No, that was the end. Oh, wait. There is something I have to show y'all. Look at this. Remember what I was telling y'all about Sean Davis? No, that ain't the one either. Where's the one I'm looking for? Bad tackling right here, too. Look at this. Well, it's good to show this play. Come on, Joe Hayden. Joe Hayden, come on, man. Come on, Joe Hayden. Come on, son. Now, again, personnel issues. It's 15 seconds left in the game. You got Vince Williams in the middle of the field. Okay? And it looks like we're in a dime right here. Let me make sure. Hayden, Hilton, the two safeties, Sensabaugh, Burnett. Yes. Might have been big nickel, but I believe this is a dime. I believe. We don't have 6 DBs, though. I think this is a big nickel because we ran that quite often. But anyway, look at what happens, man. You leave your player in a compromising position. There's no way Vince Williams is going to be able to cover this guy out of the backfield, man, even from a zone position. And then you get the missed tackle here by Joe Hayden. The whiff. And here's another one. You know, Sean Davis did push him out of bounds, but this was costly. This was costly. Because, look, at this moment, before this moment, look at that. It's 14-14. They're going to get the ball back. You cannot allow those guys to score any points. You just can't. I want to say, let me find it really quick, guys. Oh, here's the one I want to show y'all. 2nd and 11 from the New Orleans 24. Watch Sean Davis. I'm put it in slow motion. Now, clearly we were trying to disguise coverage right here. Watch what happens. Watch what happens. Trying to get too cute. This is man coverage from the jump. You got to get out of there. You got to get out there. Kamara already has a head start on this side of the line of scrimmage. You got to be screaming over here. A little bit of a natural pick right there, but look, Sean Davis just doesn't get there fast enough. And he's off to the races. Off to the races. Oh, now I think this is the one I want to show you guys. Let me find it. Let me make sure. Where? Right here. I want y'all to pay attention to this right here. Let me back it up. 3rd and 1 from the 1-yard line. The 1-yard line. Then let me show you what Randy Fiedner decided to do. We're in nickel, folks. With 3 safeties. Burnett is out there, Edmonds and Sean Davis, and Mike Hilton. But look at this personnel. Now, you know, you do got, there's 2 receivers and a tight end, 1 back. But, dog, come on, man. From this personnel, why are we in nickel on the 1-yard line? Now, I understand if they spread you out, maybe. But you got to remember, when you watch the game, right before that, matter of fact, I'll show y'all. Right before that, the play before that, we're in base. We're in base D right here. We're in base defense the play before that. So what you guys didn't see, because it's not going to show it here, the Saints subbed in a player or 2, and then we sent in substitutions and we got into the nickel. And look at what happens. Easy as pie. They score a touchdown. All right, so let's look at some of the other woes, man. Wait, let me see. Hold on. There was something else I wanted to show you guys. A lot of people questioned the should we have challenged that pass to Michael Thomas. Let me see if I can find it, that deep shot. Give me a second. Was it this one? No, it's not that one. It's when it must be in the 2nd quarter. Let me find it. Give me a second. And I'm a little behind, guys, because you know with Christmas and all, man, I'm a day behind. I didn't really get a chance to, you know, watch the film the way I wanted to, but I think it's this play right here. Watch how bang this is. A lot of people wanted to criticize Tomlin and said we should have challenged this. But look at this. It's bang. All right? We'll try to do it frame for frame. Bam. He takes 2 steps. Caught. 1, 2. Ball is out. In my opinion, guys, this was way too close to challenge. Especially since Tomlin is not that good at winning challenges. And the fact that they ruled it incomplete. Let's look at it from this angle. All right, pay attention to this, though. 1, 2, bam. They're not going to say, according to the rule, that he took 2 steps and made a football move. They're not going to call it right there, in my opinion. I don't think it was bad to not challenge that one. But again, giving Sean Davis some credit, look at your boy. Look at Sean Davis. Sean Davis in this game, to me, like I said, he didn't make every play, but he showed some plays that this is what we can build on. I think Sean Davis has played his best football at free safety. This is what we need you to do. Knock the ball out. He got an interception. You know, so he has the range, but Sean Davis needs to work on tackling and taking proper angles, keeping a lid on things. There you go. All right, so what also I want to talk about, man, let's go to the play that killed us, and then we'll get out of here. What a tough player, man. You know, I'm not going to show the Juju fumble, but I want to talk about this right here. Where's that penalty? Where is it? 2 plays I'm going to show. Oh, God. We lose the game right here, man. Look at this, man. 3rd and 20. Oh, man. Tough situation, folks. Let's see where we at on time. 21 minutes, guys. I got to speed it up and get up out of here. But look at this. What they did is we ran cover 4 right here. And I don't believe we ran it. We may have ran quarters, but I don't believe it was quarters. And the reason why I don't believe it was quarters, this to me looks like more of a spot drop. And the reason why is in standard cover 4, man, you're basically everybody is playing a quarter of the field. And there's a lot of quarter principles for you guys that don't necessarily know, where you turn basically your coverage into man, given, you know, the receiver's number as far as, you know, number 1, number 2, number 3, etc., and also the type of route that they run. Okay, so I don't think this was quarters where we had the match rules, you know, basically being respected, because look at this. What they're gonna do is they're gonna run verticals down the middle of the field. They basically run clear outs. This was a perfect executed play by the Saints. We get no pressure. Okay? So, bam. They're going to run verticals down the field, and then they're going to run a square in right here with Ted again. Now, what I was saying on Sunday, what Mike Hilton should have done, there's nobody out here in this area for you to cover. When you realize right here that nobody's coming your way, chase that. Now, some would say he should stay put in case, you know, this guy comes on a drag. I get it. It's because you don't want to clear out too much. But like I said, in a situation like this, when it's developing, go with your man. You know, you need to turn that thing into a man coverage, because there's no redirect, no reroute or anything. You just let him run free. There's nobody in the middle of the field. And this is why I'm saying, man, players have to diagnose what's happening on the field. Yes, he has, you know, he's responsible as well for this area of the field in case this guy comes all the way over. But technically, Burnett here, I believe, is who's right here in the middle, is supposed to take anything that comes underneath. If there's a drag, boom, he has it. If there's anything coming out this way, this is technically what Mike Hilton is supposed to be doing, is the same thing that's happening over here. Anything coming out of the backfield, or anything coming in this little intermediate area, an out pattern, anything like that. But as soon as you can see that the number 1 receiver on this side goes vertical, SimFBall is going to carry him as well, because he's the outside corner. But again, Hilton should know in this situation it's 3rd and 20. Squeeze this more. You know, get in a little better position to help out inside. There's no work over here. You have to look for work in the secondary. That's just how it goes. But let's go before that. Before we even got to that point. This was the last play I wanted to show. Let's take a look, and do we think that Joe Hayden, if this was interference? It's a tough call, man. because it does look like Joe Hayden pulled him down a little bit. Let's see if it shows it good from this angle. It probably won't. Nah, you can't really see it. But this one I'm not that mad about as I look at it again. Let's look at it again up here at the top. Nice physical coverage on the inside. And looks like, you know, he doesn't necessarily pull him down. I think that was good hand fighting between him and Michael Thomas. It's within 5 yards. If I'm the referee, I'm letting that go. In that high leverage situation, I'm letting that play out. I don't think that Joe Hayden really, you know, hampered this dude from being able to catch. I think this was great battle, one-on-one battle. But at the same time, I'm not that upset about the call. I can see where the ref would think, oh, he pulled him, whatever. But the Morgan Burnett play and the other plays that we talked about, I got to disagree. The Morgan Burnett, that was not a pass interference in my opinion, as well as the first pass interference called against Joe Hayden on Kamara was not pass interference in my opinion. All right, so what I'm going to do right now, guys, I have one call that wants to come on. We're at 26 minutes. We're going to give him his 2 minutes, bounce out of that call. I'll give you my quick address as far as what I think the Steelers will need to do and their chances getting into the playoffs. Look at the chat, and then we'll be out of here. We're going to do all of that in less than 10 minutos. So let me call the caller here. Chris Castell, we're going to get him on. So you guys hold patiently as we call it. Oh, it says Chris is unavailable. So in that case, we tried, but we're going to have to move on. All right, man, let's talk about it really quick, man. We're making good time and a great crowd tonight, man. We got 93 people live watching. I appreciate you guys coming through. Really love you guys for that, man. So let me give my quick assessment as far as our chances. Let me give you the most outlandish chance first, okay? Outlandishly, the only way we can sneak in is if the Colts and the Titans were to tie. That's the most ridiculous scenario, but it could happen. Or if the Ravens and the Browns tie, it could happen. Needless to say, regardless, the Steelers need to get a win. We got to beat Cincinnati, and the Cleveland Browns will need to beat the Ravens in order for us to really just slide in there and win the division. Now, do I think it was going to happen? I don't know, man. I think the Steelers would be inspired, you know, to at least to say, hey, we got a chance. Let's just do our part and win. Then we can look up at the scoreboard. And who knows, you know, if they're showing the score throughout the game, you know, maybe you start doubting yourself if you see that the Ravens are smashing the Browns or what have you, or it might even work in our favor. If the Browns seem to be doing their part and it's a close game, maybe that will inspire us. But I feel like without Andy Dalton, without A.J. Green, I know Joe Mixon has been running the football. Let's not forget that. We haven't been that great against the run here of late, right? And maybe this guy, Driscoll, I believe his name is, maybe they don't pass it as much. They might change up their attack. They might hand the ball off a little more. I know Mixon has been tearing it up the last couple weeks. Also, he's a mobile quarterback, so we can't fall asleep against the Bengals, act like we just going to blow them out. You know, do I think we'll win? Yes, I think we can win. I think we're going to be highly motivated because there is a playoff spot on the line should the Ravens lose. Now, in terms of the Ravens losing, of course, I would feel a little more comfortable if this was taking place in Cleveland. But let me tell you this. Don't sleep on the Browns either, man. These are not the old Browns, okay? They have a tie on their record because of who? The Pittsburgh Steelers. They tied us. Yes, it was partly our fault. James Conner, we could look at who, if that fumble never happens, maybe the Steelers cruise to victory, okay? With 7 minutes or so left in the game. We're up 21-7. But let's not forget that they play us tough. They played us tough. They have a lot of talent. Greg Williams has these guys playing. They have a tough defense. They beat the Ravens already 12-9 in Cleveland. And Baker Mayfield is looking pretty good these last couple weeks. Here's what they're playing for. They have a chance to have a winning season. Maybe that inspires them. And, of course, the Ravens are going to be more than pumped up knowing all they got to do is win, and they win the division and they get into the playoffs. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Ravens do in the playoffs should they make it, because I just think that running the football with Lamar Jackson and just the read option, I think some of the better teams will be able to scheme around that and shut that down a bit. But we'll see. You know, when you got the #1 defense on your back, the Ravens might make some noise and make some damage when they get up in there, if they get in there. So we have a small chance, man. I give it maybe a 30% chance that the Browns will beat the Ravens in Baltimore, and I give us a very good chance of winning our game in Pittsburgh. So we'll see. And if we don't make it, we don't make it. You know, excuse me. There's no fault, nobody to blame but the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, you get swept in the AFC West, and there you have it right there. If you win the Oakland game, which you should have, understand Ben Roethlisberger got hurt, but if you just stop the team from scoring in the last waning seconds, you win that game. If you don't turn the football over in Denver, you had that game in the bag. If you don't blow a 16-point lead in prime time in Heinz Field against the Chargers, you have that game done. What does that add up to? Okay, what would that be right now? That would be 11 wins if my math is correct, because we're at 8 wins right now. You see what I'm saying? And even if you win 2 of those 3, we're sitting at 10 wins, and the division is wrapped for the most part. There you have it. And then, you know, I'm not going to act like we should have won the game against Cleveland, which we should have in the opening, you know, because, again, I said it, 7 or so minutes left, up 21-7. But, again, had that game in the bag, you blew that one. So let's not look at the Saints game and say the Steelers blew the season in this game. No, we blew the season when we didn't win any games in the AFC West. There you have it. That's where the season was lost. Let me talk about this really quick, and then I will look at the comments, and then we're going to dip. I didn't have a problem with Coach Tomlin going for it on 4th and 5. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't have a problem with the fake punt. Here's what I had the problem with. The execution of it. And actually, let me see, can I find that? Let me bring that back up. I have a problem with the execution of the play. That was the issue. And let's find it. Let's see. 4th quarter. And our defense, man, to be honest with you, showed us exactly why Tomlin went for it. But here's the problem I had with it. Watch this. Watch everything. Let's look at it in slow motion. It was the design of the play, which the design, you got to look at Danny Smith. You know, Tomlin, I'm sure, didn't design the play. He just made the call to go for it. But watch this. I hope they capture it here in this play, pre-play. Right there. We gave them too much of a heads up. When you see this guy who is pretty much the quarterback of the special teams in this scenario when we punt, he motions out, that should let you know something crazy is about to happen. That's the biggest problem I had with the play. I like being aggressive there. If it works, everybody's talking about how many guts, you know, Tomlin has. It didn't work, so of course everybody's going to be results biased. What I didn't like is you tipped your hand. And Rosie almost got there, man. Almost got there. And who was that right there blocking? Oh, that's Chicolo. Chicolo can't hold his block, man. If Chick is able to hold that a little better. And here's the thing. Rosie Nix was just a hair short. He almost made it. Now, again, the down and distance being 4th and 5, that's a little tricky. But he almost made it. But the most embarrassing thing was when Rosie Nix goes and drops the ball like he made it. That was very embarrassing. But again, I didn't disagree with the call, and we should be able to clearly see why Tomlin did that. They showed us on 3rd and 20 why he felt like with 4 and 11, let's try to win this game now. Okay? Let's try to win the game and not give it back to Breeze, because if we put them in a 4-minute offense, there's a chance that we're not going to get the ball back and they score. The double whammy. He felt like, and he actually said as much, he felt like he had a good chance that if we didn't stop them, we'll get the ball back and we have a position or have an opportunity to go down and score, which we were on our way to at least possibly a field goal attempt to tie. Unfortunately, Juju fumbles. So I'm not upset with the fake punt. Some people say keep the offense on the, on the field if you're going to go for it anyway. I can see your point there. But again, you tried to do something tricky. The only thing I didn't like was in that situation, motioning out Dangerfield, I think tipped your hand a little bit. There you have it. But that, again, that didn't lose us the game. 3rd and 20 is why we sitting at a loss. 3rd and 20. You give up a 3rd and 20? When is and isn't that indicative of what our team has been this whole season? It's what they've done all season. You had one play to stop in Oakland and you couldn't do it. That is the defense that we have. This is the defense that we've had this year. Shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. But anyway, man, let me look at the chat really quick. I'll answer a few questions or a few comments for about 4 or 5 minutes. Again, guys, don't forget, please hit the like button. It's 96 of y'all in here. Why do we only have 31 likes? Hit that like button. We even got 2 dislikes. So y'all telling me y'all can't do better than that? Come on with it. All right, guys, so let's see what we're going to do here. Let's read a few of these comments and then we're going to bounce. More AGWS, aggressiveness and free agency, and also instead of playing New England, Kansas City, and Houston, we play second teams like Miami, the Chargers, and the Titans or the Colts. All right. Mariana Papa says, we really miss Shazier, not Bell. Sorry for bringing Bell up. No, it's relevant for bringing him up because, again, people keep telling me that we're losing because no Le'Veon Bell. Again, does Le'Veon Bell help us win? Absolutely. Do you want a Le'Veon Bell on your team? You're absolutely right. But here's the thing. How many situations have the Steelers been in this season where all their defense had to do was make the stop and you win the game? That I can't say we lost because there was no Bell. If you want to say he controls clock, of course. But again, our offense have put us in position to win. The defense failed us. Debbie says, I think Ridley fumble was more critical. A known fumbler. That series may have resulted in points. That play should have been a pass given how the Saints D was in position. Debbie, thank you, Debbie, for reminding me. Let me find that play. See, this is why I love you guys, man. This is why we like family. Oh, man, we got to look at that one. Look at this. Look at this. Thank you, Debbie. I wanted to show y'all this play. Where we at on time? 38 minutes. All right, we ain't gonna, not too much longer. Look at this, man. Let's back this up. Everybody, please say shout outs and thank you to Debbie for bringing this up. Look at this. It's 3rd and 2, 10 minutes and 21 seconds left. And Tomlin said we were probably in 4-down territory. Okay, great. Again, he said we were going to play to win. I'm cool with that. Be aggressive. Y'all, you're just going to beat us. You're going to beat us, but we're going to go after you. I love that mentality. Here's my problem. Again, we can look at Coach Tomlin when it comes to decisions. If you guys didn't like the fake punt, fine. That was a Tomlin decision. He said, let's go for it. I can't disagree with that. You liked it? Great. You hated it? Great. But in situations like this, the personnel that's on the field, that's not Mike Tomlin. That's the offensive coordinator. Ben Roethlisberger was balling out there. We were having great success when we spread them out. 5 wide or at least 4 wide in the back, draping Ben Roethlisberger. Please explain to me why would you come out in this set? Jumbo. Now I understand you put Rosie Nix in the front because we all have complained this season. How come when we get down in the end zone, we go away from Rosie Nix blocking and just trying to punch it in? I get it. But you're going to let Stephen Ridley carry this rock? A guy who fumbles? A guy who is not even warmed up? He hadn't even really been in the game? Why? The way we were passing the ball, you don't spread it out and you don't think you can get 2 yards, especially if it's 4-down territory. Down on the 34. We in position to score or a field goal attempt. But if you were going to go for it anyway, why this formation and this back? And look what happens. Come on, Fichtner. Come on, man. Ball gets punched out. Look at your boy right there. Y'all saw him coming in there? This kid right here. Bang. And we have been talking about all week, even Tomlin himself, they talked about all week how the Saints go after the ball. Please explain to me why? Why? All right, man. A few more comments and we out of here, man. 9 guys in the box. Yeah, just like Debbie said, man. It just, oh, God. Stuff like that irks me. Tony Carson says, I think that was a big part of why we lost, because of the 3rd and 4th down calls. Yeah, very true. Night Wolf says, Ridley is our biggest tailback, Sim. That's why. Nah, I'm not hearing that. Then forget that. I don't care who's the biggest. I don't care if Jerome Bettis was out there. Well, I might take that back. But still, in this situation, against the #1 rush defense in the league, and you've been passing the ball all around the field with no mistakes, you can't get 2 yards in 4 down territory. You really just going to line up in jumbo when they got 9 in the box? I'm sorry. I don't care how big Ridley is. That man, he ain't that big. Stupid. That was a stupid play call. What else? Joseph Della Vicia says, we missed a fast, deep threat this year. Yeah, we did, man. And that was kind of evident when we saw in late part of the game, man, when they went to James Washington in 2 consecutive plays, you know, and when we got into that 4th and 15, and thank God Tony Toe Tap, as they call him, on that comeback route, saved the drive right there. But, you know, again, Juju ultimately fumbled. And I'm not going to beat that kid up about that. Things happen. That dude has been a stud. He's probably been our offensive MVP. But you could clearly see, man, that we were missing that guy that could separate. And when you get those one-on-ones, you know, get on top of the defender and be able to put himself in position. And maybe James Washington will come around, because we saw the type of catch he made in New England. But, yeah, we definitely were voided of that, because, you know, I didn't show it in this film, but there was a lot of plays when the Saints bracketed AB and Juju, and they gave you the one-on-one outside. Same reason why we got that deep play down, you know, to Vance McDonald. They put a smaller guy on him. The guy falls and slips. Vance McDonald gets loose. But, yeah, you can clearly see the void of that. All right, and maybe 3 more comments, guys, and then we out. Rishia Brown says, what up with Jesse James? They don't use him like they used to. Jesse James is not really that valuable no more in terms of stretching the field. That's all it is. You know, we've used him at times, but Jesse is just not, he's not going to give you what Vance McDonald gives you, and that's pretty much the reason why you haven't seen him that much. Why Diggy says, Juju played hurt on Sunday, can't put that loss on him. You're absolutely right. Every time he got tackled, you could see that he was kind of favoring that groin. And then Debbie says that 2-side bracket was the best time for Vance. Yeah, you right. See, Debbie be on it, man. Debbie be up on it. He's a faller, not a baller. You talk about Jesse. They got 2 great tight ends and don't use them enough. Nah, we don't have 2 great tight ends. See, you guys are not really paying attention, man. Jesse James is not a great tight end. Let's stop with that. If we're calling him a great tight end, he absolutely is not. We do underutilize our tight ends a lot. And I agree with that. We definitely underutilize them. But again, Jesse James is not really the answer when we want to spread the field. I think we should use, you know, more personnel where we got 2 tight ends out there. Then, you know, you got more of a threat of a run or pass. Get Jesse James working on some play action. I think he's still valuable. I think he's valuable down in the red area. You know, down in the end zone. When we're on the goal line, the kid is 6'7", but he's not the guy that you want in space. You know, he's just not. He's not that. They definitely don't go to McDonald enough. You're right. And Matthew Silver will end on that. He says, disappointing rookies. Jalen Samuels gave us a little something to be semi excited about, you know, especially with it not being his primary role. I won't discount James Washington yet. Again, if you look in the New England game, he showed you what he can do. You know, that's what he did in college. And again, Terrell Edmonds is a rookie. Okay, and I think being a rookie and not being the guy that we all thought was the best safety target, I think he did as well as he could. You know, we'll see how he pans out. But I'm not willing to say that the rookies were a disappointment in terms of them being bust. I just think we didn't pick the guys that were going to be the world beaters. So I guess we could say the draft was disappointing because we all know had Vander Esch been there, he would have got snatched up, or if Rashaan Evans was still there, that probably would have been your first round pick. And then who knows what would have happened second, third, and fourth. That could have changed everything if you didn't get the safety first and you got the middle linebacker that you wanted. Who knows where we would have went. Maybe we still go James Washington, but the rest of the draft could have been wide open. So I don't know. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. We got a big crowd tonight. So, you know, I thank all of you guys for understanding the Christmas day and all of that. It was just hard for me to break away from family, but I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it tonight as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and sign off. I keep saying and I know I said it last week, but be on the lookout, man. If you're around sometime Saturday or Saturday night, and real quick, you guys tell me in the comments, when would you want to see it? Excuse me, if I'm able to do a Saturday pregame show, would y'all like it during the day or would you prefer it at night? So if y'all can give me that feedback really quick before I sign out, we might get to a stream on Saturday. I won't promise it, but we might. But if I were to do it, what time of day do you think it works for you? And I'm on Eastern time, by the way. AGWS says night. All right. Night. All right. So it will be night if it happens. But all right, man, let me go ahead and get out of here. I'm way over my time. So let me get up out of here. Love you guys. Love you, Steeler Nation. Listen, man, if we make it, we make it. If we don't, whatever. Then we start talking about the draft and free agents and, you know, what we're going to have to do to turn this thing around, because it's not that the Steelers aren't talented enough offensively. It's just the defense. You know, you could really see the loss of Shazier in the middle, being able to cover up some of those areas, and you could really see the lack of talented guys on the back end, you know, in key spots, you know, extremely talented strong safety or middle linebacker, you know what I mean, and void of pass rush at times outside of TJ Watt. So you can really see that the defense is just not what we thought it would be. And I think many of us felt this way after we saw the roster being constructed. So we're going to have to make some huge changes, I say, in free agency with the Bell money as well as draft. So we'll see. But hey, you know, maybe we get in. All right, but I'm out of here, man. Maybe I'll see you guys Saturday night. If I don't, you know you will see me on the post-game show, whether we're in the playoffs or not. Y'all take it easy. Have a great rest of the week and an early happy holidays as far as the new year. All right, catch you guys Saturday or Sunday for sure. Peace.